Hey guys, this is IntroducingEmy, and we're going to be doing another commission today since that seemed to be kind of a popular thingy that I have been doing, like these longer videos, that is. So this is for Faucius Gaming, I think I'm pronouncing that correctly, and he's having me kind of like rebrand his channel with like new art and stuff that's completely original to him, and he wanted him to be drinking with Odin, and Odin's ravens are in there, and yeah. Alright, cool. So let's start inking it. I think that's all I'm going to do today. I don't know if I'll just put the video up with the inks or if I'll go ahead and color it on camera as well and then like just wait and upload the whole thing. I don't know. We'll see. What am I at? Let's go down to a 3. So, yep, I'm on camera and I'm recording because I am super tired. And I'm trying to figure out ways to keep myself awake. I'm one of those people that if you let me, I will just default to a nighttime schedule where I'm just like up all night and sleep during the day. But honestly, I don't really like to be like that. Like, I don't like to, I don't like to be up at night and asleep during the day. Like, for a while it's kind of cool, and then I'm like, oh, I want to go to the store, but nothing's open, you know? You know what? I'm gonna cheat. Oh boy, I'm gonna be yawning a lot in this video, I tell you what. Don't worry, it's not you. It's me. Ugh, I really hate how this pixelates so much when you're like trying to figure out where it should go. I think that's pretty close. Close enough. Yeah, I usually don't like to do kind of step-by-step commissions, meaning like I draw a little bit, like I sketch something, then I send it to them, and then I ink something, and then I send it to them. One, it's just like a lot of emails, and I don't like doing that, but also, I'm one of those people that I kind of like to be just done with it, you know? But lately, because I've been doing recordings and I have a lot of other stuff going on, it's kind of nice to just slow down a little bit on things. And also, I've been kind of foolhardy in the past before, where like I'll do a bunch of work on a commission and then send it to them, and they don't like it at all, and I have to just like redo the whole thing anyway. So it's pretty much in my best interest to take it easy. Oops. So, how y'all doing? Anybody playing Saints Row? Yep, not me. I'm drawn. kind of got Saints Row on the brain a little bit. I honestly wasn't a huge fan of the playthroughs that were coming out for Saints Row, but then I don't know, this one I've really been enjoying. Maybe it's the aliens, I don't know. To be honest, I'm not like usually a huge fan of things with aliens in them, but I'm liking this one. He looks a little deranged, you know? That's okay. You know, I don't nitpick too much about the way people look or anything. That's probably like one pet peeve of mine with people. You know, like some people, you know, it's white after Labor Day or whatever, but my thing is people who hold their eyes too wide or who have like naturally like wide eyes where you can see the white the whole way around the iris. And it's just like, don't do that. It scares me. But a lot of people who do that don't know they're doing it. You know, it's like when you tell them to like rest their eyes, they're just like, what? Not that I've ever done that. And not that this guy looks like this. I'm just kind of chitter-chatting, I guess. Clean up my points. I like it. I should be banned from saying that. I like it. So what else has been going on with me lately? I found this Reddit subforum called Reddit Gets Drawn, and you can draw people on there, but it has to be like non-commercial work, meaning like if they want to pay you, that's fine, but you can't go on there soliciting for paid work, and you can't like be like, hey, could you draw this cool logo and then end up using it for your band or a or not tattoo, but like branding, you know. So anyway, I found this subreddit and I thought this is like a really cool idea because every now and then I feel like doing that. I feel like just doing somebody a sketch or something to make them happy for the day, you know. But I'm really torn about doing it because there's a lot of controversy right now in the online art community about the fact that we just don't really get paid that much. Like, it's pretty hard to make a living. And it's one of those things where I'm like, do I have that privilege, almost like a lawyer, that I can do pro bono work? Is that fair? You know? Like, to be honest, I've only done one drawing so far for the community, but it's not like it was anything amazing. I didn't spend hours on it. It honestly was more like a warm-up drawing. But, I guess it's more of a choice thing. It's like if you want to do it for free, you know, if you want to do your charity work for the day, have at it, Haas. But I guess it's like, um, you just don't want to give people the impression that that's like a typical artist thing, is that like we just cruise around the internet looking for people to give us work, you know? Or unpaid work, I should say. Like we just are so desperate to draw that we'll take anything. You know who else this kind of looks like a little bit? A little bit like, I think his name's Dean from The Iron Giant, the kind of like beatnik hipster guy that owned the garbage dump or the metal dump that they hid the giant at. Spoilers for those who haven't seen the amazing film that is The Iron Giant. Also, Commissioner, if you're listening to this, that guy's really hot, so take it as a compliment. Everybody was kind of hot in that film, though. Even like the asshole, the like government agent, the detective type fellow who was like trying to figure out the whole thing. He was cute too. Now he's really got those wild eyes. I might do that though. I kind of like that. Yeah, like it. Also, fair warning, I like almost never draw birds, so these ravens, I worry, have been looking like crap. Even though I've heavily referenced them, I'm still not totally in love with the work I've been doing on them, but forgive me, any avian enthusiasts out there. I'll have to look up. I'm kind of curious to know if ravens and other kind of blackbird, crow, maybe even the mockingbird, like if they have their own specific subset of bird familia, so to speak, like they have their own scientific classification. Now, he has a tattoo on his left arm, and I was originally going to, that's my dog drinking in the background, if you can hear that sloshing. I was originally going to ink it, but now I'm thinking I'm going to wait and take it back into Photoshop to do that. So you will not be seeing the tattoo drawn here. Whew, boy, I'm gonna be tired tonight. Sorry, I'm just like complaining about being tired. Also, this is like foam from the beer, the head, so to speak. But I think I'm gonna do that in Photoshop as well. He kind of looks like he's like punching himself in the chin, but he's supposed to be kind of going like hoo-ha, like I don't know how to do it without getting on camera, so I'm not gonna press the issue, but I swear he's not supposed to be punching himself in the face. It was just the best pose I could manage. The other pose I had thought about for that hand was, or the other position was kind of like him pointing at Odin, sort of like, oh my gosh, this guy here. Like, if you've ever seen the film Mulan, I think think he's supposed to be kind of like the Secretary of the State, or he's some kind of like advisor type character, but and every picture of him with the Emperor, he's kind of doing this goofy pose where he's pointing at the Emperor. And I was thinking of doing something like that, but then I thought it might kind of look silly, and I couldn't really get it to just look good the way it was, so oh well. Be honest, this is probably going to be cut out like from here down, so probably won't be able to see that. Okay, let me step back a little bit. So when you see me turn some of the lines blue, that means I've started a new layer above it, and I've hit this little palette here to turn it temporarily blue so that I can go over it again. I feel like I already said this in this video, but I'm saying it again. That was one thing I never asked him in my last email, was what exactly his beer horn looks like. I guess it's based on a real cup, a real horn that he owns, and I totally forgot to ask him what it looked like, or what it looks like. So we'll just try to make it pretty. There we go. Come on. Okay. Sorry I get kind of quiet in these videos. I probably have said that about 100 times now, but it is rather hard to keep the chatter up when I'm sitting here all alone. Especially when I'm this sleepy. I don't think I was really gonna. Yeah, I was originally gonna show these feathers back here, but that was my dog. But I don't think I'm gonna do that now. I think I'm just gonna leave it off. Actually surprised my dog isn't bugging me more. This is getting to be a little past her bathroom break time. But I took her out a little later in the morning, so I think I can just go a little bit longer before I have to take her out. Usually she'll like come up and nudge my arm when she wants to go out. Oh boy. I'm not totally happy with the way these feathers are looking, but I will shade them into perfection, hopefully. Photoshop fixes everything. Here's a little bit of trivia for you. Adobe, who produces Photoshop, highly discourages the use of the phrase like shopping something, meaning like to Photoshop it. Which is kind of funny because if I had a phrase that, or if there was a phrase that had popped into the common lexicon, like of the language, you know, and it specifically like had my brand attached to it, I think I'd be like free advertising, but I think Adobe's a little snooty. They're gonna ban me from Photoshop. No more Emmy photoshopping. Alright, so now we're gonna do Odin. So, in the lore, Odin is missing an eye, and I've seen this portrayed a bunch of different ways by a bunch of different artists, so I'm gonna do kind of just like a grayed out eye. It's gonna be this eye. Sort of like an eye with cataracts, I think is how I'm gonna show that. I'm also going to put a scar on it. Also, I realize his mustache is highly policed. in that it is trimmed very nicely, and basically the reason I've done that is just so that his open mouth is a little clearer to the viewer. He's policing that mustache. Also, there's gonna be like beer pouring into his mouth in the final version, but I'm gonna do that in Photoshop via shopping. Photoshopping. Now that looks bad. Phew, buddy, it is getting warm up in this office, but I refuse to have a fan on because I'm too scared my microphone's going to pick it up. Oh my goodness, my puppy is just groaning and groaning. My dog, she's complaining. Well, let me step back and look at it. I think it's getting there. I think it'll look nice in the end. I'm still not like totally happy with this fist, but I've redrawn it quite a few times now. And I think it looks okay. I am going to have to put some kind of a decoration on his helm because I feel like right now it just looks a little, I mean, even just like little, what would you call these? Not like brackets, but studs, I guess. I think this just needs something else because right now it just looks like his head comes to a big old metallic point. Perfect. Oh, I'm terrible at swooshy hair. I do not understand you, swooshy hair. You confuse and scare me. You know what kind of hair I've always been kind of jealous of that I don't feel like I draw very well at all besides swooshy hair is it's kind of like, I think it's gone a little out of style with anime. Oh, excuse me, you have a yawn. But it's it kind of like, let me see. Let me see if I can kind of draw it. See, like I can't even do it. It's just too complicated. So here's your like little anime character, and like sometimes the artist will draw these like platelets of hair. I don't really, and I've always like wanted to do it like that, but it never comes close. It just looks like I'm gluing cardboard to my character's hair. But like, who's somebody who does it? The artist who does Oh My Goddess. Kind of does this sort of look, but he also mixes in like little thin spindly hairs that look nice too. Yeah. Anyway, this is kind of what it looks like. Like I said, I can't really do it very well, so moot point. This is supposed to be like a little fur trim. How did I? Yeah, just like that. I'm totally fake, and I don't know if that mirrors what I would. Come on. There we go. It's not perfect, but one thing I'm kind of sad about is you can't see like wrinkles around his mouth very well, so it kind of it makes him look a little younger than I would like. Oh well. Well, I think I'm gonna stop for a little bit, though you guys won't probably notice a thing because I'll be right back. Okay, bye-bye.